Welcome back, dear viewers. Electricity and water are among the most essential services in our daily lives, and their sustainability depends on both continuous development and responsible consumption. Promoting energy conservation has become a necessity to preserve resources and improve efficiency. To discuss this topic further, we are joined today by an engineer from the Ministry of Electricity, Water and Renewable Energy. Let's all welcome our guest, Engineer Abdulaziz Alebrahim, member of the Media Awareness Team. It's really a pleasure to have you, and good morning, Kuwait.
Good morning. I'm glad to be here, and I would have special thanks to the KTV2 and all the team and the Ministry of Information for their role to raise the awareness of the society. Today, inshallah, we're going to discuss some tips and tricks that shall increase the awareness about conservation of the electricity and water.
Indeed, Engineer, definitely, Abdulaziz, we are really happy to have you with us. So, to start with, how important is energy and water conservation in maintaining the efficiency of these essential services?
Actually, maintaining this essential two services is much important to keep the life going. So, in matter of conservation, there is a small tips and tricks you can take into a rational consumption. So, if you take some small steps that can do a much bigger effect, like changing the sink heads to have the special head that can reduce the consumption of the water, but it didn't affect the water flow. Yeah. So this is one of the tips that it can reduce 80% of the water flow. So if we want to reduce the consumption of the water, this special head of the sink can mix the air with the water.
So these are like the strategies of,
yes,
of water consumption, for example,
yes,
from
yes,
the ministry. Okay,
yeah,
for the public. Yeah,
yeah, it can mix and give the water drop much volume, bigger volume. So it can,
for example, like those filters.
Yes,
they put.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
Yeah, on the head of the tap of the water.
Yeah. It can give much bigger volume for the water drop, so it can reduce the amount of the water, but it didn't affect the flow.
The flow.
Yeah.
Good.
So you are, as a consumer, you will notice anything.
Good. So this is for example, water. Is there any other strategies does the ministry implement to promote a culture of rational consumption among the public also?
Yeah, yes, of course. Actually, since the beginning of the summer, it was the season 3 of the Wartime campaign. Wartime campaign is a conservation campaign that contains advices for the consumers, for the public. We've been on the social media. It was a 360 campaign. So we've been on the social media, we've been on the PR.
Wartime.
Yes,
Wartime
campaign, yes. So PRing in the malls here in Kuwait, all the malls, to direct connect with the audience. We've been telling them advices from the beginning of building a house, how to build conservative
energy source or power supply,
greenhouses, all these stuff, especially in the summer, because 70% of our consumption coming from the ACs. So that's if true. We build a green building or a greenhouse, it will affect a lot of the consumption of the ACs.
That's true. Engineer Abdulaziz, how does reducing consumption positively impact the overall performance of the electricity and water network?
Actually, if we conserve energy, we can affect the quality of the life of the people here in Kuwait. Not only the services will be better, even the quality of the life. As you know, if we reduce electricity consumption, we will reduce the emissions, because the electricity is generated by steam turbines, needs fuel. Doesn't matter what fuel it is, crude oil, LNG, or whatever, but these fuels has emissions.
Okay.
If we reduce our consumption, we will reduce
the fuel.
So indirectly, it will affect the air quality. Then after that, it will affect
less pollution.
Yes, less pollution. So it will affect your quality of life. So that's why we tell you that electricity or energy consumption at all is a privilege. No need to make it
consume
something hard or something like this.
In a negative way.
In a negative way. It's a privilege for the consumers to have a better life when they conserve energy.
Indeed, indeed. So what are the most common consumption patterns that negatively affect resource efficiency?
Actually, let me give you something surprisingly, that some people think that if they close the AC in the summer, and they turn it off, turn it off, and they are not here, not in the house, and when they come back, they turn it on, it will consume energy more than rising the AC temperature to 24 or 25 when they are not using the rooms. So the average will be more than
better.
Yes.
If you turn it on and make it, you know,
and increase the temperature, it will be better than closing it while you are not using it. Because the room
this is a new, honestly.
This is what called thermal battery.
Thermal pattern. Okay.
Yeah. Thermal battery, it means that the room, it will be in a good temperature, normal temperature. So if you come and you need it to be more cold, you need to little bit decrease
the temperature.
So it will consume energy, but not like if it's very hot.
It was very hot, so you have to take it back to that cold temperature.
Yes, which will be
will consume a lot of
a lot of energy, consume more energy, because it will need a lot of time to make it.
You see, a lot of people have this misconception, and they think, you know, when they turn off the AC and they travel for 2 weeks, for example, they come back, they think, oh, we are saving energy. So it's totally the opposite.
Yes, especially in the summer.
And especially in the summer.
Because 70% of our consumption coming from the AC.
From AC. Thank you. This is really important advice, Engineer Abdulaziz. How can individuals effectively contribute to supporting sustainability efforts through their daily habits?
Actually, individuals, each step they take can affect and make much bigger effect for the environment, for the network, and for their receipts and the end of the month. So if you take small steps like what I mentioned before, increasing the AC, changing the head sink in matter of water, trying to use some energy efficient devices. And this is more important. Now, if you go to the markets to buy electric devices, you will notice that there is a label called the energy efficiency label. Which has the colors, red is poor and the green is rich or efficient. So if you go to the efficient devices, it will lead you to the point, to the same point that you want, with less energy. That's what called the energy efficient devices. So this is small steps, like when you're using when you want to, it's a laundry day, try to use the full capacity of the laundry. Because if you use it the first day, half the capacity, it will take the same energy to use the full capacity. So that's why we advise to use the full capacity. And all the small steps or small tips and the tricks, you can find it in our Instagram, our socials, in Ministry of Electricity and Water, MEW Kuwait. You will find a lot of advices a lot of tips and tricks that can lead you to a rational conception.
Okay. So are there specific, devices, other devices or behaviors that consume more energy than people might expect?
All the thermal devices can consume energy a lot because it
all
have
the thermal.
yes,
Okay.
because it
So
have a lot of
heater or iron or
yeah, heaters, iron, kettles, all these stuff.
Balers.
The electric
boilers,
the electric oven, all these stuff can consume a lot of huge amount of energy because there is a lot of loss in the energy when they are heating the coils.
Indeed.
To make
to perform,
heat, to perform.
So this is also a good advice. Finally, what is your message, or what kind of message, or what is the message you would like to convey or share with the citizens and residents about the importance of responsible consumption?
Actually, each step that you take, you will think it does not affect the network or does not affect the environment, but each small step you take, and if we all take it as a society, it will increase the awareness first of all, and it will make a much bigger effect for us as members of Ministry of Electricity and Water. It will help us to improve the network. It will help us to assure that the electricity and the water can reach everybody. So when we ask for energy conservation, it's a must, it's a privilege, and it's easy for us. And now with the new technology that we mentioned before, the conservation should be easier on the individuals for making a conservative environment.
Engineer Abdulaziz, since we have more time, my director said you have more time. So I want to ask you about the solar energy. I mean, the alternative, let's say, energy. So is it feasible? Can we really use solar cells?
Yeah, it's very useful. We can use the solar cells in our houses. Now we are working on a law that can let people have the solar
promotes
the solar panels, or alternative
all
energy
houses,
for the houses, and maybe in the future we can take from them the energy to let them encourage them to put the solar panels on their houses.
On their houses, yeah, definitely. But there are some reports sometimes, or some people they say, oh, it's not worth it because you will not, it will not be efficient because it will be only a light bulb, for example, or because the batteries you need. Basically, you have to pay a lot of money to get these tools, for example, regulators, USBs, and these power supplies, uninterrupted power supplies. So what do you think of that?
As an initiative cost, of course, it will be higher, but if we notice it as a long-term invest, it will be better for you because it's a free source from God.
Indeed.
So whenever, and the lifetime of these panels and the regulators, all this stuff you mentioned, is more than 25 years. So
it's good to have.
Yeah, in matter of investment, a long-term invest, it's a good deal.
So even if you, like, let's say, I mean, as a suggestion, even if every house can do, like, for one unit, at least, for a couple of rooms, that kind of source in these emergencies or in these situations, not the whole house, for example.
Yeah, actually, of course, it's worth, but for now, we are trying to put the law that can assure for the people to make the solar panels on the grid. So off the grid, it's okay for to put the solar panels or any alternative energy source off the grid. On the grid, they need permission from the ministry, and now we are working on the law that can give us the permission for the individuals to put the panels on the houses.
God's willing. Definitely, Engineer Abdulaziz, thank you very much. It was really a pleasure to have you with us in Good Morning Kuwait, and we wish to see you more and more.
Sure, sure. I'm glad to be here. I thank all the team, Ministry of Information, on their role to raise the awareness of the society. And special thanks to you, for having me.
Thank you.
May Allah protect our country and our Gulf.
I hope.
And
Inshallah.
See you, inshallah.
Inshallah, definitely. Thank you. That was Engineer Abdulaziz Alebrahim, member of the Media Awareness Team. So please, dear viewers, stay tuned. Don't go away. We'll be back.